Okay, good morning everyone. Good morning to the panelists and also the audience. Let me introduce myself. My name is DINISHA anak perempuan Ganeshwaran and I will be your moderator for today. First of all, I would like to thank everyone for joining our webinar. Thank you very much. Let me introduce the title of our webinar today, which is Increasing Divorce Cases in Malaysia. Now, let me introduce the panelists that we have today. First of all, we have Ms. MOGANAMBIGAI, anak perempuan Jayasankar, who is a divorce lawyer. Ms. Mogana, maybe you can say hi to the audience.
Hi and good morning everyone. I hope that we all will get some information about the divorce that's happening in Malaysia and more information regarding that. Thank you.
Alright, next we have Mr. Sufriyadi bin Suhardi, a child of divorced parents. Mr. Sufriyadi, you can say hi to the audience too.
Hi, thank you for coming the webinar.
Alright, thank you. For the third panel, we have Miss ANQI as a divorcee, but I'm not sure if she's in this Google Meet. If you are here, can you please say hi, Miss ANQI? I guess she's not here. It's okay. Alright, madam. Next, we have Miss NURUL binti ABDUL, who is a marriage counselor. Can you please say hi, Miss Firzanah?
Hi and good morning to the audience. Thank you for listening this webinar.
Okay, thank you very much. I hope everyone from the audience are doing great today. Let me talk about the purpose of our webinar today. So we want to create awareness among people about the increasing divorce cases that has been happening in Malaysia. So we want to know about what causes them and what are the effects of these divorce cases. And we would also like to know how we can save a marriage from falling apart. Okay, I would like to ask for the panelists and the audience for permission to start this webinar. Do I have your permission? Okay, thank you for responding. Alright, so let's start with the first question to our first panelist, which is Ms. MOGANAMBIGAI. Can you give us a brief explanation about the current state of divorce cases in Malaysia and also maybe talk a bit about the causes of said divorce cases? The floor is yours, Ms. Mogana.
Thank you, Ms. Dinisha. Okay, good morning to our moderator, other panels, and also the audience. Okay, first of all, let me introduce myself again. Okay, my name is MOGANAMBIGAI Jayasankar, and I'm a divorce lawyer. So, first of all, thank you for having me here today, and thanks for giving me an opportunity to share my thoughts with you all. Okay, let's come to our title today. Okay, divorce is a common issue that happens all over the world, and many reasons can cause a marriage to end with a divorce. But one of the main cause for a divorce happening is misunderstanding between a husband and a wife. Misunderstanding can easily lead to an argument between them, and this happens because of communication problem between the married couples, and this could happen mostly over things related to financial and also family responsibilities. So lack of communication can cause the marriage to break down, and it might lead to a divorce. Another factor that could cause divorce is distance in a relationship. Okay, although this factor doesn't seem like a serious and logic reason for a divorce, but it happens a lot. You guys might think that distance is not a logic reason for a couple to get a divorce. But okay, let me give you an example. Okay, for example, a pandemic happened recently, and a lot of them were not able to stay with their partner and stayed far away from them because of the movement control order. Okay, this caused some of them not being able to have a clear and open communication with their partner, and this also caused misunderstanding as well. And we all some also took advantage of this situation and do things which is not appropriate, like cheating on their partner and so on. So things like this obviously cause them deciding to get a divorce. So the question is how to solve this problem and avoid getting divorced. Actually, this depends on the decision of the couples themselves. Okay, the first way is communication. Married couples must communicate with each other and spend some good time together. As we all know, communication is the key to a long-lasting relationship. Nothing every kind of problems can be solved by having a good communication. So a husband and wife must openly discuss the issues and the problems that they are facing so that they can come up with a good solution together, apart from divorce. Okay. Other than that, married couples should also practice to make decisions together. Okay. Making decisions together, it means the husband and the wife are considering each other's feelings and also their concerns. Most importantly, they should have an open mind and must encourage their partners to voice their opinion. Alright. Okay, the next way is to getting a counseling session. Okay, counseling is known as a good way to solve marriage issues. Why? Because guidance of an expert can help the couple to solve the cause of the problem that they're facing. But the most important thing in this part is counseling session is okay, when when a couple wants to get a counseling session, they must go through the plan given by the counselor. Because if you are attending a consultation without a proper flow, it won't be beneficial to us. The couple won't get the benefit from the counseling session. So both husband and wife must put equal amount of effort on fixing their marital problems. Okay, the most important thing in a divorce issue is a divorce settlement and decision making on a child custody. Okay, when it comes to a divorce settlement, it is possible that the things that you buy with your own money can be divided. For example, if you buy a house or a land, if you are getting divorced, you might have to divide the property with your partner. Okay, while for children custody, there are 3 types of custody, which is legal custody, physical custody, and access or visitation rights. Okay, in Malaysia, the father or the mother of the child can apply to the court at any time to get the custody of the child. Alright. Does this divorce issue will affect the children? Will they get affected by the divorce of their parents? The answer is definitely yes. They will get affected by the decision of their parents. Divorce will mainly cause children to perform poorly in academics. Okay, when a divorce happens in a family, it will leave the children confused and distracted. The more distracted the children are, the more likely they will not be able to focus on their studies. Okay, other than that, children of divorced parents may feel hopeless because they do not get emotionally support from their parents, and this will also cause the children to mentally disturbed. So therefore, a So before a husband and a wife decide to get a divorce, they must think about their children's mental health and also the future of the child. So I think that's all the information from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Miss Morgana. That was very informational. So based on what you have said, I think we have learned about the main causes of divorce cases. We have learned about how we can solve these problems between married couples. We also have learned about divorce settlements and also child custody, and we also learn about the effects that divorce can have on children. So thank you again, Ms. Morgana, for that lovely explanation. So let's move on to our second panelist, who is Mr. Sufriyadi bin Suhardi. Mr. Sufriyadi, can you explain a bit to everyone about how parental divorce can have negative effects on children? The floor is yours.
Assalamualaikum and very good morning to the all panel and audience. My name is Sufriyadi, as a child of a divorced parent. Thank you to the moderator for giving me the opportunity to speak about the impact of divorce on children. As you know, the parental divorce is something their children do not want. It is because it affects them, especially for me. Various harmful consequences for youngsters whose parents are divorcing, because the adolescent emotion is still in flux. As if previously stated, if I had issues the strained ties with my parents, emotionally, mental, and behaviorally. This scenario has an impact. This is because I cannot stand my parents who frequently fight at home. Second, children can be constantly stressed as a result of neglect and lack of attention. Why do I say that? Because a child's ability to attract the attention of his or her parents is dependent on the parents' love. If parents frequently dispute and quarrel, their children will suffer as a result. They are stressed in the scenario, which causes the child to be alone in a lonely area and less friendly with others. Next, behavioral and social issues. This is because they are easily influenced by things that are not useful or problematic in the lesson. As I have experienced, children are easily affected by unhealthy symptoms such as smoking, hanging out, skipping school. This situation is become children also feel bored and reluctant to be at home if the mother or father is always pressuring and finding fault with the child due to the emotional instability that afflicts his parents. Lastly, disrupted children learning results is a lack of interest in lesson because their minds is distracted and cannot focus in lesson, as well as cause their performance in decline. This situation is caused by the parent is not paying attention to the child. This all from me about the impact of parental divorce. For my experience, what happened to me. That's all for me. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Sufriyadi. That was a very good explanation. From what I have heard from your explanation, we have learned that parental divorce can cause constant stress among in children because of the neglect and also lack of love. They can also have behavioral and social issues, and they can also lack the interest that they need to study. So thank you again for sharing those information. Let's move on to our last panelist, Ms. NURUL binti Abdul Rahman, as a marriage counselor. Can you tell us about how we can protect a marriage? The floor is yours.
Okay, thank you, moderator, for giving me a chance to be in this webinar. and talk about how to protect your marriage according to my opinion as a marriage counselor. Okay, having a third party in a marriage relationship is one of the main causes of divorce cases. Husband and wife can protect their marriage by safeguarding their relationship with another genders. They must care. They must create a boundary between another genders in order to take care of their partner feelings. Nowadays, many people ruin their marriage by letting a third person into their relationship. As a husband and wife, they must know that they are holding that title from the first place. Second, communication is an important key in a marriage. Effective communication allows good thoughts and feeling between husband and wife. Better communication means better satisfaction in a relationship in which you discuss everything with each other and thus lesser fights or quarrels. Couples who often talk or communicate with each other regularly not only have a better understanding with each other, but it also helps them to have stronger bond with each other. With the right skills of communication, bickering, hurt feelings or resentment will go way down. Okay, next, when you are married, automatically you should give full commitments towards your marriage. You should be committed to your partner. One way to make a committed relationship healthy is to recognize what you and your partner needed in the relationship and act on those needs. You must know how to divide your time wisely and make time for your partner and family. Healthy marriage is a marriage that helps each other. As an example, you can do the house chores together with your partner. By doing this, it will grow the love toward each other. Last but not least, knows the basic knowledge of the marriage is a decisive towards a happy marriage. When you have basic knowledge of the marriage, you will know that marriage takes work, commitments and love, but they also need respect to be truly happy and successful. A marriage based on love and respect doesn't just happen. Both spouses have to do their own part. You should learn how to build trust toward your partner and learn to forgive each other. By learning this basic knowledge of marriage, you will see how marriage works and how to work on each day to make your marriage successful. I think that's all from me as a counselor. The relationship of marriage may grow and change with time, but these points can help you to protect the marriage and stay successful over the years. Thank you.
Alright, thank you very much, Ms. Firzanah. From what you have said, we have learned that in order to protect a marriage, we have to safeguard our relationships and we have to have good communication with each other. We have to give our full commitment towards the marriage, and we also have to have the basic knowledge of marriage. So thank you again for that very lovely explanation. And that is all the questions that I have for the panelists. So thank you again to all the panelists. Now I would like to summarize everything that we have learned on this webinar. We have learned a bit about what causes these divorce cases. We have learned about how it can affect children. And we have also learned about how we can save the marriage. And I think personally it's very important to have awareness on this issue because we have to solve this issue so that couples can have, can enjoy a happier life. So now I would like to open the floor for the audience for our Q&A session. If anyone has any question, you can just unmute your mic and ask the question. Or if you don't want to talk, then you can type your questions in the chat box and I will read it for you. Any questions? If there are no questions, then I think that is the end of our webinar. Oh, okay, we have a question. Yes, Nurul Hafifi. Is it? Was that Nurul
Yes.
Hafifi?
Hi. I have a question for the panelists. Anyone can answer. In your personal point of view, can unhappy marriages become happy again? That's it. Okay, thank you.
Okay, maybe panelist number 1 can answer that question. Ms. Morgana, can an unhappy marriage be a happy marriage? Is that correct?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you clearly. Can you please repeat the question again?
My question was, can unhappy marriages become a happy marriage again? Because some unhappily married adults who just stay in the relationship because maybe of their children and so on. So do you think what can be done by them to make the relationship works once again?
All right. Okay. In my opinion, I think the couples can be happy again by doing the things that they did before they get married, like start again like going out, having a good time together, going for dinner, spending time. Yes, as I said before, communication is the key for a happy relationship. So they have to communicate more, and for sure, if they do these things like this, they can be a happy married couple again. I think that answered your question. You're welcome.
Thank you thank you too for asking that question. Are there any other questions that anyone would like to ask? Okay, so there's another question from Firdaus Asri. What are the effects of divorce towards the partners and the family side, not including the partner's children? Oh, I see. It's okay. How about panel number 3? Ms. FIRZANAH, maybe you can answer that question.
Okay, thank you for the question. I think the effect for the divorce to the partners. Okay, I think it becomes hard to them to see their child, like when they are married, they can meet their children every day. When they are divorced, it becomes hard for them to meet their child. I think and the family side, I think it's hard for them to like gathering all the time, because for divorce marriage, they have their own time to care of their child. I hope it's answer your question.
Okay, any other questions? Okay, thank you to Firdaus for asking the question. Any other questions? Okay, so thank you again for everyone for participating on our webinar today. Thank you again to the panelists for answering the questions. Yep, that's it. Bye-bye, everyone. You can leave this Google Meet, and I will send the Google form in the group, in the Telegram group. Thank you.